The preseason is here, and the Raiders are facing a critical crossroads. With a void in our receiving core after a shocking trade, could a certain Buccaneers player be the answer to our prayers? The clock is ticking, and Las Vegas needs to make some bold moves to turn things around. Join me as we explore this potential game-changer, and be sure to subscribe and like this video to stay up to date on all things Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders fans, let's talk about what's brewing in our off-season. We all know this season was a roller coaster, and it's time to figure out how we can climb out of this rut. There's a lot on the table, especially with free agency looming and a critical need for reinforcements at wide receiver. After trading Davante Adams, we're left with a bare cupboard in terms of receiving talent. Who's going to step up as that true number one receiver? The answer has to come this offseason, especially if we're looking to draft a young quarterback in 2025. Now, there's been some buzz about Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's in the final year of a 3-year, $60 million contract, and I can't help but think he could be a game-changer for us. Chris Knox from Bleacher Report pointed out that the Raiders will likely be in the market for a new quarterback, and let's face it, we need to bolster our receiving core after parting ways with Adams. Godwin may not fit the mold of your traditional number one wideout, but trust me, he's light years ahead of what we have on the roster right now. Godwin brings versatility as a slot receiver, and that's crucial for any young quarterback we decide to bring in. He can provide that safety blanket, giving them a reliable target to lean on. However, we can't ignore the elephant in the room, his injury history. Godwin's had his fair share of issues, including the torn ACL back in 2021, and he just dislocated his ankle this season. As he approaches 29, we have to ask ourselves, is this a risk worth taking? Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't be a valuable asset. Yet, his injury concerns and age could make him a more affordable option in the free agency market. If the Bucs are low on cash, they might just decide to cut ties and find a younger, cheaper alternative. But here's the kicker, what if they want to keep him? It's a tough spot for us fans because we want the best for our team, but we also want to be smart with our decisions. So, let's break it down. Godwin would undoubtedly elevate our receiving game, but can we depend on him to stay healthy? That's a big question mark hanging over this potential move. I'm honestly torn on whether this is the right direction for us. There's excitement about bringing in talent, but we also have to consider the long-term implications of signing a player with an injury history. Do you believe this is the best decision? I, frankly, am divided on it. And here's where I turn it over to you, Raiders Nation. What do you think about pursuing Chris Godwin? Do you see him as the answer to our wide receiver woes, or should we look elsewhere? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your expectations, your frustrations. Let's get that conversation going. As we dissect these strategic moves, it's crucial to remember how they shape our future. Every decision impacts our chances of getting back to the playoffs, and we need to make the right calls to revive our dreams as fans. So, let's keep the dialogue going. Hit that like button if you're passionate about our Raiders and share this video with your fellow fans. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any essential updates. And remember, activate that notification bell to stay in the loop with all the latest news and analyses. Together, we'll navigate this offseason and keep our eyes on the prize. Go Raiders!